back, guys, to the This and Much More podcast. I'm Evelyn, and my co-hosts are...
Rollie Vogues.
Robbie Robs.
Alondra.
Ronnie.
Yes, sir.
Today,
So
we
it
are
begins.
celebrating our 100th episode. It's Sunday. We never record. And this is our first episode where we're all together. So we hope y'all enjoy it.
Yes, sir. This and much more, 100th episode. We just had the event, but this is the actual recording of it. So yeah, we're glad that you guys are here with us today.
Thank y'all for joining us. Thank you for being there yesterday, celebrating with us. You know.
For sure.
Yeah. So how do we start this off?
We can start it off with we have a little sponsor of Corntento.
Contento.
They gave us. We had to go pick some up. They gave us elotes. They were one of our vendors there yesterday, and they completely sold out. So I didn't even get to try some.
Yeah, I didn't even eat any yesterday.
They were saying that they felt bad because
sold
they
out.
had to turn out some people. They were like, "Oh, we have no more."
I know Terry. Terry
was very upset.
Terry was upset because he doesn't even like birria. And I'm like, oh, go get corn. He's like, bro, they're sold out. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, well, Milo has Mercado Milo inside.
He got there late.
Yeah, he got there late. I was like,
Dig in.
Alondra,
I did it.
Making mess.
I'm about to definitely make a mess, guys.
It's okay.
Yeah, I already saw it on the floor.
Okay. Just my bad, Rollie.
And as y'all can see,
Damn
the
it.
setup is kind of like the OG setup. We brought back the black couches, so I'm glad Roland never let me sell them because I wanted to sell them. It's good.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. So
And Milo's here too, guys. So
Yes.
yeah, and I never really eat corn with the hot
Hot
Cheetos.
Cheetos?
I know the whole hot Cheetos thing. People doing like the burgers with the hot Cheetos, and
That's crazy.
which is cool.
Wow.
I love hot
But
chocolate.
I like the OG.
You never had your Subway with hot Cheetos?
My what?
Subway?
I mean, that's like more OG.
For real?
Yeah, Subway with hot Cheetos.
No, never had Subway.
No,
sandwich
like a
with
sandwich
hot
with hot
Cheetos?
Cheetos. Yeah.
Sandwich with hot Cheetos,
See,
yes.
Wait, you haven't had Subway at all?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was like, I
You
haven't
never
had
stayed in a
Subway.
hotel?
for real.
Wait,
I was
so
just like,
what do y'all think it's like the most oddest thing y'all can eat with hot Cheetos?
I
I have something on the top of my head. Y'all gonna be like, ew.
okay, say it.
For me, it's tuna.
do that. I was gonna say I eat tuna fish with hot Cheetos and hot fries.
Yeah. I eat it with, I prep it like super simple. Just
I prep it like if it's healthy.
It's healthy.
The hot Cheetos.
Yeah, adding the hot Cheetos is what makes it unhealthy. But yeah, tuna, I eat it like with mayo, and I add corn, and then I boil some eggs, and then add it in there. It's a mixture of like,
It's like a colorful tuna.
oh my god.
Be careful. Milo's in the house right now.
Milo's
And
in
they
his
also
house.
gave Entre Nos some limonadas. Really good. And another shout out to Monica because the little cups are at the table over there. But thank you for gifting the whole crew the little they're I
so
consider
cute.
them shot glasses, right?
Yeah, but they're like
Yeah.
little mugs.
Little-
Tiny mugs.
Yeah, like little
Tumblers?
huh?
Tumblers?
Like little tumblers, yeah. So shout out to you, Monica, for Rem's Creation, I believe, for gifting us that. And really to anybody and everybody that pulled up yesterday. What was y'all's thought on the event?
I loved it. It was the shit.
Okay, let's start with him.
Good event. I thought it was a success. Good event. People showed up, and then some of your guests pulled up. That was cool of them. Not gonna lie. And I'm just glad everybody had a good time. Drinks, music,
Yeah,
for sure.
I did want to give a thank you to both Danny's. Danny from Urban Assault because he printed the shirts, all the merch, and then Danny from the Ultimate Print did the tote bags. So we got good feedback. I think a lot of people like the merch and the stuff that we had there for people to grab or whatever.
We didn't sell out, so we have, hopefully we'll be posting that.
Yeah, we'll have it up on a website. I don't know which one, but
Yeah. And we're going to be able to go legit now with the Studio 1017.
yeah. So
So it's pretty exciting.
What you talking about?
Just
Like
imagine
getting
pressing
an
C for
LLC.
clap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah, we're trying to get
Super
that.
clap.
C for clap.
That's way too.
That's way too far.
It's okay. It's okay.
We don't have headphones. Hopefully, y'all can hear that.
We gotta improvise.
No, yeah. So hopefully, the goal was like it was really more to celebrate you know, that we reached this milestone. We reached 100 episodes, and you know, to just give a big thank you to everybody that supported the journey, right? So then we're like, okay, if we make profit, then we'll use that money to go get an LLC because it's not cheap. So that's our first goal.
Yeah.
And then save some money. And I was telling Alondra, I'm like, you know, hopefully now we can have like, it can have its own like legal stuff, you know. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah, because there's way more that I guess I want to do with. But I think for what we have now, I think it's good enough. You know, like just the 3 podcasts, I think it's cool porque I was talking to Sensei, and he was like, he's like, hey, y'all changed the name of the podcast? Because he came on early, you know, when it was just this and much more. I'm like, yeah, it's like, now it became Studio 1017, and from there now we have 3 podcasts. And plus today is literally just a celebration of one part of the whole shit, you know what I mean? So I think it's cool. I think where we're headed, I think it's cool.
Yeah, and some people were like, are y'all going to have more events? I'm like, I don't know.
There was a lot of people who were saying that they were inspired by the event. They're like, wow, like I already have like 100 plus episodes on their channel or whatever, which was Les Vámonos.
Desiree?
She was the one who
Yeah,
was telling
Les
us.
Vámonos, shout out to her.
Yeah, she was the one who was telling us like, this is inspiring. That she's like, I want to do my own event. Like it's possible, you know.
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah,
she was really happy.
I had a lot of the vendors too, guys. Like the food vendors sold out. The
Contentos?
yeah, they sold out. We had birria tacos. She sold out. And I checked in with all our vendors, and all of them did so good, which it was the thing that I was stressing because I was like, oh my God, these people are going to pay a vendor fee.
Yeah.
I'm nervous they're not going to make their money back because I don't know who's going to pull up, you know? And then we just got great feedback. A lot of them were like, man, let us know, you know, if y'all have an event, like, please put us up, like, as a vendor, you know?
The one thing I do feel is that like the first of anything always like does well, and yeah, after that, like you kind of have to keep that momentum going. So it's like, yeah, probably people are like, oh shit, like their first event, like I'm gonna go, you know. But like if we did a second event, then it's like
But I don't think I think if we did it like maybe once a year or something, it'd
Yeah,
be different.
like
Not
not
like
soon.
a monthly thing. Or
yeah, not a monthly thing, but it had to be something like celebration of something or
Maybe
something that happens every year. Like if it could be like a Studio 1017 event,
we
but
hit 100 episodes.
yeah, whenever y'all hit 100 and when we hit 100, it's gonna be a thing. But
Because I feel like it's us
we only got
against
3
y'all.
but that's obviously like not a year. It doesn't land on the same.
Yeah, you know,
You know?
100 episodes takes 2 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a while,
Yeah,
but
it's gonna
still
be a
like.
while. But I mean,
But
it'll be worth
but
it.
after the posted event, because that's gonna be the last event that hits 100. I would want to do something where it's like a yearly thing. And hopefully we're able to do that.
Yeah, and shout out to our sponsors, guys. As y'all can see in the, I don't know if y'all are gonna
I hope
see
it's
it,
all in.
but
And frame.
Yeah,
you
we're
know, we
probably
have
missing.
Bossletics, Sucio, Vintage Packs, Tilt. We have Top Titan and our painting and contractors, right?
No, RRR painting contractors.
Oh, yeah, painting contractors.
Damn. Bye.
Bye.
That's how it. But yeah, like yeah. So I appreciate everybody, all the sponsors, and just pretty much everybody that pulled up. Honestly, like I kept. I guess we'll just jump into it, right? But like I kept telling Evelyn, like I would talk to people and they'd be like, "Oh, what do you think?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's cool, you know." But I do feel that not everybody showed up or some shit like that, and it almost came off like I would catch myself like, "Damn, and am I not being grateful for the people that did show up?" You know, but I was. But they'll be like, yeah, it's cool, you know, people showed up, but I mean, we're still missing. And then I'm like, damn, I'm like, I sound kind of, you know, but I'm like, nah, like I liked it all, like it
Yeah,
was
because
cool.
we did get home and he was like, I'm just trying to think of like something negative to say.
Like
about
I'm just
the
thinking
event.
negative
I'm
shit, like
Negative
why?
Nancy
I'm like,
over
dude,
here,
like it was
jeez.
good. It was
Yeah.
a
like
great
I was
event.
picking at everything. I was like, yeah,
But
I don't
honestly,
know.
I feel like a good amount went because it wasn't like super packed inside and it wasn't super packed outside. Like it was all chill. People were able to walk in and out. So I definitely like it.
Because some people did tell me like, hey, you can go inside. I'm like, yeah, you can go inside. That's where our stuff is at, you know. And everybody's like,
Our
oh, okay.
restrooms are in there too. You
the
can use a
restroom.
restroom.
To me, I knew it was good when my parents were impressed.
For real?
Then
Okay,
I-
so tell us
yeah.
about that. What did you?
When my parents showed up and they were like, what the heck? And they kept saying like, Ira, vienen y se van, vienen y se van. Like, they keep like, people are leaving, people are coming, people are leaving. Like, they were just looking around like, this is a lot of people. And my mom was like, you have fans? ¿Tienes fans? Yeah, and I was like, ¿tú tienes fans? ¿Esos son tus fans? And I'm like, no, mom, they're not.
You're like, yes.
Yes, smile and wave, boy. Smile and wave.
Sharpie, ¿quién quiere autógrafo?
Yeah.
Yeah, and my mom was like, tengo ahí una pluma, si alguien quiere que te firme la camisa. Yeah. So,
Translated in English because you don't speak.
Yeah.
oh yeah, my mom was like, oh, you're
Like,
fan,
like-
so that you could give your signature out. But it was so funny because I was like, they were impressed. So I know it was a good turnout, you know. That was like,
I'm
it's-
surprised they went too.
Yeah, me too.
I thought
'cause
your
I was like,
sisters were gonna
vayan.
go, but I
Yeah.
didn't think your parents.
I
were
told
gonna
him, I
come.
would say, vayan, like, just pull up, look around. And my mom was like, all right. But she didn't say anything. She was just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then your dad got a drink, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Which one did you get?
What do you
He got
get?
mine.
Ah.
I got mine. It's not that deep.
Honestly, though, I think the one that got less was the girl's girl.
Oh shit! I was running the numbers up on that one. She's like, "Oh, you're back." And
Oh,
she
you're
said it.
back?
Yep.
She had 2 drinks. I don't know who she was last night.
2.
You had 2 drinks at one time in your hand. I was like, who is this?
Oh, I didn't drink. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about it. We're
Yeah.
not gonna talk
And then
about it.
and then your friend was like, you never met this person before?
Oh, she dropped my government name,
She
and
was
Rob
like-
was like, "Who is that?" And I was like, "He doesn't know me by my government name. He knows me by Ronnie." She's like, "Oh my god, I'm so." It was so funny. It was like basically like we were joking around throughout the rest of the night, like, "Oh, this isn't Ronnie. This is Celeste." I was like, "Oh, who's
Have you
Celeste?
met
We don't
her?"
know her."
That the way she was acting, I was like,
Oh my
damn,
God.
yeah, this
Y'all-
isn't Ronnie.
He
This
told
isn't
me, he's like, "You're gonna be
posted.
drinking tonight. You're gonna be drinking tomorrow." So on Friday, he's like, "You're gonna be drinking tomorrow, though, right? You are though, right? Because we're your friends."
Yeah, because we were like, nah, she's gonna pull up drunk already
She
and
gonna pull
shit.
up
She's
for
not gonna
sure.
drink at the event.
But
Oh,
were
yeah.
y'all nervous?
I was whenever I was getting ready at my house, but then the drive over, I was like, "Oh, I'm fine. Like I'm chill. Let's see how it goes." And then I got there pretty much what I did say I was gonna get there at 5 just to make sure to help around. I did
got there,
not.
like, at
I was
7.
fashionably late. Okay, But I
Rapper
did
time.
get
She was
there-
on rapper
Oh,
time. brother.
no.
Sorry. And so I pulled up at 6, and then it was a great time. I got to see everything inside, outside. It was a great time. I loved
Yeah,
it.
What
so-
about you? Were you nervous?
I was really nervous. Like, I was telling my fiance, like, man, I need you, dude. Like,
I need you.
I
Yeah, he
need
was
you.
missing Kike.
Yeah.
But
Kike.
No, she was like, oh my God. Rob, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was like,
I was
chill, chill, relax.
Where do I
it's
go?
okay.
What do I do?
And what about you, Robert? I know you were nervous.
Nah, I
You
wasn't
called him
nervous.
Robert?
I was gonna
I
say
think-
Rob, but it sounded it just the.
She
irk
did say
came
me,
out.
Robert.
what about you, Robert?
Roberto.
Your government name.
Nah, I wasn't nervous at all, but it was cool seeing people come up to us and like shout out to the people who did come up to us and was like, oh bro, I fucked with it, and I'm glad, everything was
Did
a
people really go up
success.
to you
Yeah.
and be like,
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Like, if people came up to y'all, because I wanted y'all to feel like, I mean, like the
Like famous
whole
people,
vibe. You know what I mean?
celebrities.
we had I know for sure Julio came up to us. Shout out to Julio.
Oh yeah, it was
He
really
came up
sweet.
to us.
It was really sweet.
And what was the girl's name wearing the jean jacket? I know her name's Desiree, but what did she do? What was her?
Let's domino.
Les Vomino. She came
a
up to
pop-
us
yeah.
and she was giving us props. Shout out to her as well. And then shout out to my biggest fan, Priscilla. For sure. Shout out to her. Biggest fan right there.
Love her.
Shout out to her.
She's the best.
Yeah.
Love her.
What about you, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Did people come up to you?
Yeah, I had Julio come up to me, and I was like, "Thank you." I was like, kind of like taking
he
in that
say?
moment. He was like, "Oh, I really love your podcast. Keep doing what you're doing." And I was like, "Thank you." Like, I just said it in a moment because I was just like, "Damn, this is really happening. Like, this happened out of nowhere, Because of course we just started, and whenever Rollie came up to me, or whenever he reached out to me saying that he wanted to start this podcast, I was like, okay, let's do it. So, I mean, I have a great time doing it, right? Because we get to talk our shit, whatever. So, yeah, seeing that in, like, real time is surreal.
Yeah.
Love
What
it.
about
I
you,
felt like
Alondra?
Me, it was so funny because people were coming up to me and asking me, like, are you excited for your engagement? Like, are you excited to get married? Like, and I was like, how do you know? Almost. I was like, what? But I was like, oh yeah, I'm super excited,
I need him right now.
I need him right now.
Yeah, but it was funny because I was like, these people watch us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you think like they're not really watching. You're just, and they know your personal life. So I was like, yeah, I'm excited. But then they would leave. I'm like, how the heck?
Did I tell them that?
Yeah, like, how the heck? Like they're like kind of strangers, but they're not strangers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Contento was like, it's because I don't know their names. Like
That's Ale and Lalo.
Ale and
I
Lalo.
didn't know his
Oh,
name,
okay.
but I knew Ale.
And then, yeah, because she was like, oh, let's take a picture with them real quick before Rollie leaves because he didn't want to take pictures. And, shit like that. And I'm like, it's things that I say on the podcast, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, I was going to have a cardboard cutout and shit, But
You took a lot of pictures
now
yesterday
I don't
for
think,
somebody
I
who
was like,
didn't
I don't
wanna
think
take-
we,
did.
I was like, I don't think we took too many.
You
Yeah,
did.
I didn't think so either.
I just felt like it was
I
like
don't think we
a
took a picture. Like,
Together?
Me and you?
together.
Yeah, I did.
I don't have
Well,
it on
he
my
took
phone.
some like badass
Like,
pictures.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
you sent them, right? The
Yeah,
one with-
Yeah, I like those. I think that's what I was gonna end up using because we don't have like a picture where we smiled or like where we're
Papi,
like,
go to your room. It's because he's like, yeah, Papi, what do you want?
He tried to hide.
Oh.
I don't know.
But he'll go to his room.
I wanted to give a big shout out to us for the chicas because they were my safe space. Like
Oh.
staying with them, I was like, "Where's my chicas at?"
Shout out to the chicas.
I saw that, I'm like,
Shout out
right
to
there.
them. Oh
Yeah.
shit! Remind me because it's for the chicas gifted us a cake.
Yes, yes, they did.
So we're gonna take it.
It
out.
fell yesterday.
It didn't fall.
You dropped it, Rollie?
No,
I didn't.
No, it
Damn,
was like
Rollie.
when we were leaving, and when believe it or not, our truck was full. Like we had like everything in the truck, and something Milo was like next to me in the front. And I don't know what happened. Something fell on the cake. Oh, my birria tacos. The little plate fell. And then I was just like, oh, shit. So, but Terry
Are you
freaking
gonna
poked
fall
the
off
cake.
the edge?
No, I'm
You
okay.
need space.
No, I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, so shout out to them. Next round, we'll take out the cake so they can see it.
All right, bet. But yeah,
But you know what? With that being said, let's go on a quick break, guys. And we'll be back.
yes, sir.
And we are back. So, after yesterday, how do y'all feel about being a part of like the team?
Who's gonna start? I start.
Yeah.
Okay. I love it. I mean, it's a family now. Like literally, I felt close to it. Like all of y'all. So I definitely did like that, and like all the experiences, the people I got to meet. It's just like one of those surreal moments where it's just like, damn, like this came out of like a crazy idea, which I imagine that you guys had like what was it, a year ago or two? For no, like the
Oh,
whole
this
thing.
is like 2 years.
This is our
Exactly.
second year.
And then it's like all the things that you guys have accomplished since then. It's great. And I mean, I got to be a part of I get to be a part of it. It's like I'm grateful for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Love you guys. All of you.
What about you, Alondra?
I feel good about it.
I didn't expect anything less. What about you, Rob?
For sure. No, I want to say thanks to y'all for sure for letting us be a part. Letting us
For
be
sure,
a
for
part
sure.
for sure. Letting us be a part of this. I'm pretty sure y'all had other people, not in mind, but I'm pretty sure y'all could have asked anybody, and you asked us. You asked her, and
Why did you say it like that though? You asked her.
well,
Like, I said some, like,
you asked her,
sassiness to it,
she
like,
coulda-
Why do you say it like that?
I'm trying to have a moment
We're
here,
like
Ronnie.
Alondra or what?
Yeah, I know. Kind of.
It's your third episode. Chill.
He's still hurt a little.
I'm a little hurt, but I'm very thankful, and I'm glad y'all asked me, and I'm glad that Ronnie's the co-host because she's a very good, part of it. It's a good whole vibe with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
like
like-
she said, it's a family. I feel like it's a
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
You
No,
know what?
at this point, like we love y'all, bro. Like we have so much love for y'all.
To our house, like,
Yeah, and who sent the picture with all of us today? It was Ronnie. When I saw it, I was like, man, that's crazy. I was
know,
like
'cause
looking at it like,
I always think at it too, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is like the team,
The dream
like,
team.
The dream team.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is like the team, and I just love it because I feel like we all have very, very different personalities.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's like a good mix. I think we're a good team to show people, that it doesn't matter like who you are with. If you don't have the same personality, you can make it happen if you want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
definitely.
it's just completely different. Like they're opposites, and they have like hosted together.
the
and
best
it's just, like,
Definitely opposite.
it's a really like good, it's out there. So anybody wanting to do a podcast or anything, you can. But
Yeah,
you
I don't
gotta,
think-
you have to make sure you do put like the facts out there because obviously we're not paying y'all. I mean, but we're growing, so y'all are growing with us at the end of the day. So
Yeah, it's
once
like-
we get money and make money, then yeah, I mean, of course, you never know. Like if this pops off, and then it's just like you have your stuff going on,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, we're gonna go record, and you're getting paid for it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just one of those things that you can't. I'm not gonna lie, because at first I was very like, okay, I have like this much more Studio 1017. I want it to be this thing, and I was like strategically like trying to see like who could be good on camera, or
So yeah, why
you
did
know?
you pick us?
Honestly, I don't
Good
know. Like I was
question.
like,
Let us know.
okay, so let's see.
Specifically,
like-
hold on, go by each one.
First
I
let's
wanna
start with
know.
Entre Nos, right? So it was like,
Alondra.
and
Why
I don't
did
even
you-
know.
why
I don't
did
even
we-
know
Yeah, I know why.
we came up with Entre Nos.
Yeah.
No.
With
Start.
the-
How did the idea for Entre
Okay,
Nos?
so
Nos came
Entre
about.
Nos started because I wanted to do like a girl. I wanted to have another podcast and have like more girl conversations, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to be like it be a girls like podcast,
Girls.
you know. Like it's for the chicas. It's a chicas podcast.
Yeah.
It's for
Yeah.
girls. So I wanted Entre Nos to be where I did have a girl co-host, but we could talk about like a lot of shit, you know. So then I did have another person that I was gonna do that with, which is funny because Entre Nos, that name, they didn't. The co-host at the time didn't like it, and Roland's like, it sounds weird, but I'm like, but I like it, you know. So then that didn't work out. It didn't work out the day we were gonna start record. We were gonna record on Monday or that Tuesday, and everything fell through on a Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So then that happened, right? And then, but I still wanted to do it, but I just wanted to make sure I was gonna ask the right person for it. So she was cutting Milo's hair at the time when she was inexpensive like she is now, right?
Yeah, put her on the spot.
And then,
Today's price isn't
hey,
yesterday's
she's gonna charge what she's worth, you know. and we
Exactly.
can't afford her, and so then we would go and talk, and you know, like we would just the chemistry was there. And then when you used to go with us, I remember you used to like having conversations with her too, because it's just like we knew she had a good.
She
head
had
on her.
beers. She had monsters. I was like, okay.
Oh,
you know,
she
she's
already
cool.
passed the vibe check.
Yeah.
And then it does the
Vibe
conversation.
check.
Yeah, the conversation just flew so natural.
Yeah, it was cool.
And then
It
I was like,
good.
man, she has a good head on her shoulder, you know. And I know that if I ask her, it'll be like, if I sell her straightforward, like, hey, this is what I have in mind, you know. And obviously, we're asking for y'all's time at the end of the day, you
Right.
know. But we also want to ask. I know we're asking for time, but commitment, because it's just like we are consistent, so that's what we expect, you know.
Right.
So then when I told her, she was like, let me think about it, right?
Yeah.
But I had already told Rollie, man, I really want Alondra to be like the co-host. I think she'd be great. And he's like,
Yeah, she would be good because
Yeah.
just como hablas, how you talk, you know, and like I just know that it's like, and then we see it, people see it, like you say things that people are like, what the
And
fuck,
you know what?
like,
Another thing too.
but it's
So
And I don't-
another thing
and I don't
too,
curse, but-
yeah, and another thing too was I needed somebody that I knew that was this strong-minded like me.
and wasn't gonna
wasn't gonna be afraid to tell me what if they didn't agree.
Okay.
Because I knew I wasn't gonna be afraid to tell them if I didn't agree. But I wanted somebody that was like, if I was like, nah, I don't agree with you. I didn't want their feelings to be hurt,
Yeah.
you know, or take it personal.
Text
So-
her at night. I don't like how you told me.
Yeah.
yeah, something like
I
that,
really
you know.
appreciate
That's
that.
how problems start.
Yeah, so then I feel like we don't agree all the time, you know. So then I would talk to her like when she would cut hair, and I'm just like I don't know, like, you know. But then when now we have the podcast, and I feel like just the vibe is good. Like I don't have to tippy toe when I say something, you know, like because I'm not gonna hurt her feelings, you know. If I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry.
I don't mean to.
Yeah, so that's how Entre Nos came about, and then
Yeah.
ever since then it's been cool, you know. Like I
We've
like,
been consistent.
Yeah.
yeah,
Y'all
so
have.
that's cool.
Yeah.
And then for posted, that's when I'm like, man, I kind of want to have something
I
too,
wanna
you
have
know.
mine too.
I want to
Yeah.
have too, Evelyn.
But
You was gonna have the different one. You were gonna do the planning or
The segment one?
the brainstorming with Rollie.
yeah, I was gonna do something like that,
Yeah.
but that was gonna be more a creative thing where it was like I was gonna have somebody come back, or depending who the guest was,
Yeah.
like have artists or have designers, and then we would create something on the spot, like while I like interviewed them or something like that, you know. But I was like, nah, like I kind of want to have that, like, because I was already like, I'm gonna have to put the camera over just to like record the table, and it's just like it was like a bigger production thing, and I was like, all right, I'll just keep that for later. But then I'm like, well, we should do a podcast where it's like we talk about trending topics. So then
we don't have that.
yeah, so I'm like,
Yeah.
so we have like the interviewers, the interviews, which is like
This is much
local, you know, and it's like, so people that aren't from Houston, they're probably not even gonna know. There's people from Houston that don't know people that are on the podcast, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, the views can only go so much, and then Entre Nos like kind of open that up a little more. And then I'm like, all right, well, if we did the third one, and we just talk about anything that's happening or whatever, then that would be like the go-to that people would just find online. Como nada.
And did you see the episode when it was just me and him, and we were talking about the idea of, you know, posting.
I saw it.
Yeah, and then he was like, and we were both, I was just like, man, I have the perfect person. He's like, me too. And then
but I'm like, but I don't know yet. Like, I was like,
yeah, because
I was
we're
like,
yeah,
But yeah, we're both thinking about the same person.
yeah. Then we went off camera and we're like, who are you thinking about? And we're like, Rob. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, because I was just like, the reason why I thought it was, you know, Rob would have been good is because I knew that they're like, their personalities are very different, you know? So I was like, if they don't agree, it'll be good. It's not a problem, you know? And then he has his own talk show, so he knows what it takes to be a, like...
Yeah, so that's what I like too, is that you had your own talk show going, but I knew you wanted to do it. I knew you wanted to keep going, but literally the setup you had, like, you had to come to a stopping point during the summer because it got so hot.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, like that's what's keeping him like from doing it. Yeah. So I was like, nah, like we gotta do something because I know he wants to do shit like that.
So
you know?
We did say, we're like, if we get him on, then maybe he'll like be more motivated to like stay consistent with yours. You know?
Yeah.
And like just to keep pushing, because it's just like,
which is coming.
Not?
It's coming.
It's coming. Oh, for sure. Hell yeah.
And then I was just like, man, it'd be dope. Like I know he'd take it serious. You know,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And then with Ronnie, so we have been following each other. We have been following each other for a minute. Like I don't even know how long ago, but I don't know. Every time like I would see, and you were like, you didn't have many pictures.
We never
like,
even.
We hadn't even met you and shit. Like, but I always
take a risk with her because we didn't know.
Yeah, it was a risk. I'm not like, but. But the stuff she would post where she would go, like where you would go to Mania, you'd hang out in spots that I'd be like, okay, I would go there too. You know what I mean? And so I was like, I knew you were like social, and I'm like, nah, she knows like Houston type shit. You know,
when you told me,
I wanted somebody.
Ronnie?
Yeah, and I was like, what about her? Because I would tell her about you. You know what I mean? And then before y'all like would talk and stuff, and but yeah, and then that's when I asked you, and then you're like, yeah, you know, I think it'd be cool or whatever. I don't even remember how I asked you, but
whenever he told me, what about Ronnie, I'm like, I think she'd be good. Obviously, I didn't know. Like, I think I just had met you that one time at hip hop, and then I was just like, oh, I think she'd be good because I felt like you were like a version of Roland and a girl, like in his world, like like you know about hip hop, you know about vintage, you know what I mean. You have the knowledge that like he kind of knows about. So I was like, oh, she'd be cool, you know. And that's when he reached out, and you're like, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, and then we have the first episode. Oh, but it wasn't the first episode. So okay, so the first episode was kind of like all right, let's see how this goes type shit, right? And it was cool, whatever. And then so it wasn't the second episode till that you told him about the female thing, right? And then that's when I kind of knew. I'm like, okay, like I didn't want you to be
the dynamic here.
Yeah, I didn't want you to be like just like with Alondra, like the yes man, like the yes girl, like just agree with everything we say, you know. So it was cool that you spoke up, you know, and that's how I knew like we can go back and forth type shit.
Yeah.
So that's
Just
what keeps
playful
it.
banter.
Yeah, that's what keeps it going. Like
because because you can really like be a part of something and not be yourself, you know. Because
exactly.
It's just like, for sure, you know, like you really can. Or go ahead.
It'll be misery.
Yeah, like then you're not gonna like it. Like that's why we asked. I think he asked y'all. I asked you before too. Like are you enjoying it? Like, how are you feeling about it? You know, because maybe it's something that if you don't like.
Well,
I
asked her off camera, like that one time Kevin says, and we sat down or whatever.
We had that whole meeting and right before our episode.
yeah. And then I asked y'all on camera on this last episode.
Yeah, he put y'all on the spotlight.
On the
He
spotlight.
did. He's like, I got a question for you guys.
Honest
Do y'all
question.
like it? Do y'all like it?
How do y'all enjoy this?
Ask them like on the 30th episode.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
At that
we're
point.
about to come up on our 30th.
Damn. See for clap.
Do you got something to tell me?
You got something on your chest?
But I guess now that y'all see like how serious it is, and we just had our first event, like I really do hope y'all stick around, you know, because we are big on consistency. So I mean, it would kind of suck at some point that you know,
We're no longer on camera.
yeah, like, and then I have to get a new co-host. I mean, not saying that y'all can't.
Which, or if y'all want to, like, let's say, like, yeah, like, you continue your stuff, and then you're just like, hey, I don't think I have time for posting no more. Like,
Nah, chill.
I'll
Relax,
be like,
bro.
like, that's cool,
Relax.
bro.
My
It's
partner in
canceled,
crime?
dude.
Cancel. Nah, you're
You're
gonna have
to
to.
get somebody to top him a little
Ronnie's
bit.
You're gonna have to fire
I'll be
me.
like, who am I
Over
gonna
here.
fight? Am I gonna fight with Rollie now? Like, damn.
Yeah,
There's only
exactly.
two level-headed ones, and then we have to like argue. I'm like,
And then we got
I
Mr.
can't argue with Rollie. Like,
We got
we
Mr.
think the same.
Transition over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know, if it would have been Alondra and Roland, I know they would be like disagreeing all the time. Like,
Yeah, because I disagree on when I watch the episodes or
Yeah.
something. Like, I'm like, what the hell? Like,
he'll be
But I
pausing
would,
entre nos,
yeah,
and
he
I'm just
wouldn't like confront me about it because he knows there's like no argument against it.
yeah, okay. It was like,
He knows I'm bringing the fire.
He'll tell her, but he won't tell me that he disagrees with me.
alright. Well, we don't really sit down and like talk
No, but
about
we're
this
gonna have a
stuff.
probably on Entre Nos, right?
I hope so. Shit,
Oh shit!
You want to be on it?
Yeah.
I'll do it if y'all invite
I'm
me.
excited
shit.
for that
We
one.
already
Right?
have the first guest.
Who is it?
It's gonna be Star.
Yes.
Oh,
Star?
y'all told her yesterday.
Yeah, but we're gonna wait for her to have the baby.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we didn't get to introduce. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we didn't get to introduce y'all to a lot of people. You're the one that like disappeared on us a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
Where
sorry.
were you?
Yes.
Dipped
I
off
know.
and
I
shit.
Like,
closed
where
off
is
for a little
she?
bit. I got anxious, and I was like, okay, let me.
I
let
was
me
like,
not be
yeah.
It like
Yeah, because I would
Sorry.
see you. I knew you were with us for the chicas, and then I went to Roland. I'm like, "Where's Ronnie?" And I'm like,
I'm like, I don't know where she's at.
Yeah,
you know?
everybody
Yeah,
thought you left.
No, I stayed throughout the whole thing.
No, yeah.
No,
I
yeah.
saw you with. Then I told Rob like, "Oh, where is she?" And I think you went to go like you pointed
for
her
her?
out or
Oh.
something.
You did help. You did help with that because we were talking. Like then from there we were inside getting more drinks and stuff like that. So thank you. For
Yeah,
that.
because like I would tell people, and I'm like, oh, this is Rob or whatever, and I'm like, we have another one. She's like,
We
she's
have
over
another
there.
one?
You know? Ronnie's over there, like
Somewhere over
you
here,
know.
cuz.
But yeah, because it would have been cool for us to introduce y'all to everybody, but.
It's a lot.
Even that's the one thing that I was like telling her yesterday. I'm like, man, I feel like I didn't talk to everybody or I didn't talk to somebody enough.
Yeah.
You know, like, and if I did talk to somebody, I was like, all right, I'm talking to them a little too much. Like I need to go, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did feel like, okay, like I can say on here, like with Sensei, I was talking to him for a good minute. I was just talking to him, and it was cool. We were catching up, and but I'm
But
like,
at
all
some
right.
point in your head, you're like, I gotta go.
Yeah, like, but he was like, you know what? I'm gonna let you go because I know you're like looking. He caught me like looking around, you know. So he's like, so then I left,
Dang, that's embarrassing.
and then
He knew what was
He's
up.
like,
No,
you don't
that's-
want to talk to me
but-
anymore. I guess
I know.
I'll just
Right?
But I-
Hey, you
I-
got better shit to do.
no,
bro.
but I'm
I'm
really
here for you.
no, but I really am like enfocados in what they say, you know.
Yeah.
And then
But no, Roland is really good at paying attention to like if there's like something in one room, like he's paying attention to everything
and then
that's going on.
yeah, because then when we were, I know you were going around with the vendors. Remember, I was with you.
Yeah.
And then Gus showed up, right?
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "Oh, what's up, bro?" Da, da, da. But we're in the middle of checking on everybody,
Yeah.
and I know you were taking care of it, but I wanted to personally go too. And then I'm like, "Wow, but bro, I'm glad you came." You know, he's like, "Yeah, how do you feel?" I'm like, "I feel good, bro." Da, da, da. And I'm like, "But you know what?" I'm like, "I'm gonna go check on everybody real quick, bro. I'll be right back." And I didn't talk to him the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And things like that, I was like, "Fuck!" Like I cut that really short, really quick, you
Yeah.
know, and it kind of like it bothered me, but. You know,
So
and
was there enough people or no?
it was enough people.
Because it sounds like
Okay,
there were.
just like-
Rollie thought nobody was.
Enough. I
No.
know he's like there was too many people.
He was scared that nobody was gonna show up.
Yeah.
No, it's like
He was scared.
it was like I would look around and I'm like, okay, boom, like they showed up, and I'm in my head, I'm like, who hasn't shown up? That's
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know,
yeah,
right?
that's- But I mean,
They're not
yeah.
getting a
I
Christmas
didn't-
card. They're not getting a Christmas card. They're not getting a Christmas. Just like that.
You
Yeah.
don't get a tote bag.
You don't get a tail
You don't
back.
That's so bad.
Yeah.
No,
Fuck you.
I think-
Fuck you. You're cool.
Yeah, I think it was cool. I feel like I did talk to a lot of people, like, because obviously they would come and I would greet them or say hi or whatever. But I would, like, just catch up a little bit. And it was the question, like, how do you feel? Like, how do you feel? Like, that was the question I got asked, like, the whole
And I just kept repeating like I wasn't gonna do this. We weren't gonna do this, you know.
Yeah, 'cause we
like,
weren't gonna do
I
that.
came up with the idea. I'm like, we should do something, and then I get her in, like I reel her in, and she's like, oh, we should do that. And I'm like, man, nah, let's not do it.
Yeah, and that's why we argue because sometimes he's like, "Do you want Raising Cane's?" Yeah, never mind. Like,
I like nah, maybe next week, you know.
That's
Not
why.
even like tomorrow. No, like next
Yeah,
week. And then you're gonna forget by that point.
yeah, so we'd be arguing because of that. So then
When
the
you get
whole
married,
event thing.
nah, never mind.
Next year.
You can't
But-
go back now.
Nah, we're here.
13 years, what, on Wednesday?
Sure.
13 years on Wednesday. Clap.
Damn, for real.
Yeah.
Hey, there was
Well,
one
actually-
episode. What's up?
Oh, no,
What happened?
On
No, like-
Tuesday.
Going out though.
Huh?
Like going out.
Yeah, going out. They've been together since 13.
Yeah, our
this-
anniversary's been
Our
gone.
wedding
Our
anniversary just happened like on the 8th.
Yeah,
That
we
was
didn't
7
even-
years of being
Are y'all
together.
counting the car rides to school?
Oh my god.
No.
No. He was
Ro-
just, I'm like legit. I'm like he's.
It was a wild
he was
time.
my friend. He was,
It was a wild time.
It was a wild time.
You
Just friends. It was a wild time.
boy, you.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Relax.
Was there a little drive-in, little thigh action, Rollie? You know, right there on the inside.
It was probably.
You want to
Here
know a
and there?
wild story, and this is how I know
Uh-oh.
we were friends.
Okay.
You want me to say?
You pulled the first move.
No.
And Rollie gave
how
you the
we
chill?
You know how I know we were friends?
Uh-oh.
Is one time,
He's like, ah.
He's gonna call me a legend.
he gave me a ride with his ex in the car.
Legend. You my boy, Blue.
But you know, to me it was like it's cool. Like they're trying to work it out because he's literally just my friend.
Damn
I didn't care
it.
because I was still. I mean, you know, stuff was going on.
You were in the
so
back or in the front?
I was in the back.
You were in the
No,
back?
you know what it was?
Uh-oh.
Whenever we walked to the car together, and his ex
She
was
was already in
already
the car?
waiting in the car.
Oh, so you did. So she was already like in the car chilling.
She was waiting to outside, like, but she was in the front door, like. And I was like, well, obviously she's gonna ride in the front. I'm the friend. I'm gonna ride in the back.
Was she your girl or the ex at the time?
Ex?
I don't know.
Ex at you don't even know. Legend.
What do you
You don't
mean?
even you
I
don't even know what's happening.
man. I don't. Honestly, I blocked all that shit
That,
off.
the
Like,
fact that you don't know kind of worries me.
He didn't know what it was.
yeah, I
I
didn't
mean,
know. I don't know what the fuck.
Hey, I don't even know what
I'm just
she's
taking y'all
doing
home. I don't know. You know.
Yeah, he was just my ride.
Both
He was
my
my free
friends.
ride.
both my friends. They're both my friends.
Yeah.
But he was my friend.
Hey, shout out! It's for the chicas for the cake.
Oh,
Like,
shout out
for
to
real,
the
like,
for the cake.
It's
for
just sitting
sure.
here. Like, shout out the cake.
Shout
Like,
out
it's
to y'all.
But yeah, like nah, I think overall the event, like it was cool, like, and I think I mean we'll get into it the next time we come back. But
Yeah, we're gonna go on a quick break.
I mean we can talk about
I mean, your
that.
timer's about to go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
timer's
it's
about
cool,
to
it's
go
cool.
off.
All
But
right,
yeah.
well let's go on a quick break then.
He was just my friend, guys. But we'll be back.
Hey, we're married now, you know what I'm saying? All right, guys, we're back. We're back.
We are back. I don't know what I said something about Rob and a haircut, and you're like, yeah, I couldn't stop looking at his hair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was like your sideburns with the piquitos hanging out of your ears, or fucking killing me,
Talking it out,
Smalls.
I was trying to pay attention to you, but I just kept looking at your sideburns, outgrowing your ears.
How did your wife let you go out like that?
And I was like, I really hope he gets a haircut for the event. Yeah.
Yeah, she
He
did
did.
tell me because I don't know why we were talking about you, and then she's like, I couldn't stop looking at his hair.
Yeah, it was kind
But
of
she
crazy. It was
has
kind of
that, though.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Fabio type shit.
Fabio, I go for that. You know what? I enjoy trying to look. I don't know who
It's like
Fabio
I would like the
is.
long hair. It's
Yeah,
like that
the white
muscular
shit,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
You know who Fabio is?
don't know.
Okay.
He's
I
like
don't
the
know.
real life, like handsome Squidward, like.
handsome
Wow.
squid.
So
Squidward
weird.
cannot be handsome. Like,
Yeah. What?
He
I don't
looks
know.
like Squidward,
I-
but he's handsome.
Like who?
With
No,
long
'cause
hair.
There was an episode where
looks like
Sponge,
Squidward, but
where
he's not.
Squidward's like the handsome.
Like who?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
handsome Squidward. You're not talking about. You're not talking about.
Yeah.
That's why you're on posted.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why you're on posted.
So you get the references.
They're having a moment over there.
Yeah. What's up? What's going on with Entre
Yeah,
Nos?
this is-
Entre Nos for real.
Entre
like-
Nos for
What
real.
I say is so funny.
Okay, what did you say?
He looks like Squidward, but he's handsome.
You
Squidward?
Squidward.
Squid.
Squidward?
Oh, Squidward.
I was like, what?
Squidward. Oh, okay.
Squidward.
Like, wait, what did you?
But she stays putting people like on blast
Yeah,
though.
No, I'm sorry.
But she's the one who says nowadays. So what do you say?
Nowadays.
Nowadays.
Nowadays?
And I'd be like, it's nowadays.
Nowadays. Now and later.
But you caught me out on it too, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we are back, guys. That was pretty funny.
Are we gonna take
I didn't even
shots
know
out of
that.
these or what?
I'm not taking.
Nah, I'm not taking no shots.
Come on.
Nah, I did all that shit yesterday.
I did that yesterday. Yesterday
You-
I took my first shots since January.
I took two shots yesterday, and then two
And
Jack and
people took
Cokes.
advantage of that. My cousins saw me taking shots, and they're like, "Oh, you're taking shots? You're taking shots with us." And I was just like,
You didn't take a shot. We didn't take shots together as a unit.
"We didn't take a shot. She don't take shots."
That's fine. She has her lemonade.
Yeah, no, we didn't take shots, right?
That's what I'm
Yeah, I
saying.
think we did.
We gotta take shots.
I mean, at
Next.
least I was drinking. I was drinking the that is wild. So I had Paloma. So my drink had tequila, but you had bourbon and she had vodka. That would have been bad. Like
Gotta keep the party going.
No. Did y'all wake up hungover today?
A little bit, but I just shook it off.
Well,
drank
you
a
went
lot
to
of
party
water.
after. We saw
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
girl went
I'm
out.
telling
Let's
you, last
talk
night
about
was
that.
not Ronnie. Last night was
Oh my
Celeste.
God.
No, but you know when before the event, I was like, man, I told him like I'm acting like if it's like a big party and it's not gonna be over till 2, but it was gonna be over at 10. You know, so I'm
And-
like,
and
it's
then
early.
As soon as it hit 10, he's like,
How do we shut it down?
Get everybody home at the same
Yeah, I
time.
was looking 10:15. It's done.
I'm out.
People still in line and shit, trying to get drinks.
Like,
My
I'm
shift
ready
is
to go
over
home.
at 10. I gotta
I
go.
said, Evelyn, I'm out.
And
And then
And
she
then-
went running after me like,
and
a
then-
picture.
Oh my god, they told me that too.
I'm like, where is she? And they're like, she left. And I'm like, no, I need her. But then I saw your car and I was just like, hey. She's like, what happened? I'm like, a picture. I'm like, oh.
But yeah, and then I feel like whenever I knew you did the events and stuff, you know, so I'm like, all right, how do you shut down an event, you know, or like how do you?
So how did you do it?
I don't know.
Well, you have to close.
I was just like,
for me, it was like I need to
slowly
get the
is-
vendors to like close
Okay.
shop,
Oh, okay.
and then people know that okay, it's over.
Oh,
It's
okay.
common sense, kind of, you know. But I told the vendors when we close at 9. I was like 9:15. I'm like at 9:30. If y'all want to like close, y'all can go inside and have some drinks, you know. And they did. All of them actually did that. They all just shut down.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
They went inside, had a few drinks, and then as we took some pictures there, and I feel like that's when I kind of, you're like, what's going on with the alcohol? And I went and I saw that they were kind of wrapping up. I'm like, okay, there's no more alcohol, then people are gonna start heading out. You know, it's like,
Yeah. Oh, alcohol's gone. Party's over.
yeah.
so
The one thing that did like I was like fuck, you know, was es porque like okay, so yesterday when we got home, I was telling Evelyn like I liked it, right? But then I started like, you know, how picking at little things or whatever, and one of them was like I wanted the vendors to make their money back or make something,
which
you know.
check because they did.
Okay, yeah, because there was one, you know, and then now that I'm like, man, I don't know, like, because I asked them, and I'm like, how are y'all doing? They're like, oh, it's okay. Like, at the moment, at the time, they're like, oh, it's okay. Like, I don't know if people just feel like we're, like, blocked off but they're not, like, coming over here as much. And I'm like, fuck, you know?
But I just felt like they had a good spot. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it was just more like it just needed to be a little bit more welcoming. I don't know. But I did make sure at the end, like, did you make your money back? Like, your vendor fee? Because honestly, if they would have told me no.
And
I
it was a
would've been
low
like,
vendor fee.
Yeah, it was a low vendor fee. If not, I would have been, it was $75. So for me, it's like if they hadn't made their money back, I would have been like, okay, I'll just give it back to you because I would have felt bad. You know?
Like, normal low, like, if you just pull up with a table, it's like 120 or something?
Well, it
or
depends on
110?
the event, yeah.
Okay. So, I just felt like it was like...
can vary, but like we went to go get the corn.
But it was way lower than what normal.
For
yeah.
a big event, yes, it's not. But right now we went to go get the elotes, and she was charging 40
40 for the...
for their
Vendors?
small event.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
For vendors. But
Oh,
it was
wait, they were
super-
at an event. I thought they were like...
It was not really an event. It was just like an actual like
grand
pop-up.
opening.
Yeah, they were opening
Oh,
like
okay,
for a
okay.
store or something.
Oh.
So it wasn't like an event. So I was just like, okay, well, I think for our event, I was really hoping for like 100 people to pull up. That's what I wanted, just like.
It was 100, right?
It was yeah.
It was
I think
about
more.
100 all together, like in and out, people shuffling.
Yeah,
I feel like it was way more,
No,
but...
I think it was more, but I just was counting for 100 people to come, and then I knew they were gonna
Throughout the
come
whole
anyway.
time.
Throughout the whole time, yeah.
Yeah.
But I just knew just my family alone was like 30 people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because my uncles pulled up. My uncle called me earlier, and he's like that he was like it was very different, and that they really enjoyed it, you know, and that but that they left because they just felt like they were like the older people in the crowd. And I'm like, no, we had people that they're there. Sensei is like what he's like
About
he's
to put
42.
Sensei on blast, huh? Okay.
I know. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
My boy's young. He's young.
Damn.
Yeah, so we had guests that are older, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then I wanted my parents to meet Jesse and Lucia too. So shout out Jesse and Lucia, and then yeah, cause like I guess they're the ones that we talk about to my parents about, like that kind of like guided us with the sponsorship stuff and like kind of like have given us some game and stuff. And then so I would tell my mom and my dad like, oh yeah, you know, they're the couple that like do stuff, you know, on a bigger level and stuff. And then they're like, okay, that's cool. So they met. So I thought that was cool too.
Yeah, I thought that. Honestly,
What did they think about the event?
Who?
Lucia.
Oh man, she was like, wow. She was like, man, like I'm really proud of you, blah blah blah. And she's like, oh, because I had already talked to her, and I was like, I'm nervous. People are not gonna pull up, you know. And she's like, that's what I deal with for hip hop, like all the time, you know. She's like, I just want people, the whole worrying about the vendors, I learned from her, you know, because she's like, I want them to make their money back, you know.
Because you want them to come back.
Yeah.
Because you want them to come back. But for me, it's like I could have been a bitch and be like, I don't care because I'm not having this event like. It's not a
Back to back
thing, you know. But I learned to care for vendors because I would see Lucia at her events, you know. She worries, she checks up on them, she's making sure that they're doing good, you know. So that's what I was doing. And then for them to pull up and still like really enjoy themselves, I was like, damn, that's dope. Like Jessie had a drink, you know, and it's just I thought it was cool that they did show up and they had nothing but great things to say. So shout out to them.
Yeah. Did anybody like come? Like it's just you and your friend. Just ¿Cómo se llama tu friend?
Aline?
Aline. Okay, shout out Aline.
Lean?
No, it's porque we all had like our family showed up.
Oh yeah, because y'all live all the way. Everybody lives on this side.
That is true.
No, yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
was
yeah.
the only, like me and my friend were the only Katy
away.
people from there.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, that's right. You said somebody came from Katy too, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Who?
Larry and
Oh, Larry
Star.
and
Oh,
Star,
they
yeah.
do.
They
Yeah,
came
they come
from.
from over there. Shout out to
I
Larry
was like,
and Star.
Katy
Yeah, shout out them, man.
She's like, I'm from y'all side of town. Y'all are from my hood.
Well, actually, yeah, your parents didn't come.
Nobody came for me.
Yeah, that is true. So
Nobody
You had
came.
your
None of the
wife
homies.
there.
And
that's why I'm not core
Dang,
friends.
Your
with
my
wife
the-
wife.
was there.
Yeah.
Your
Well,
wife was
we're
there.
one, so you know,
Right.
we're one.
She was invited separately.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry, she was
She
there
was-
because she was
she had
invited
an
as a
episode.
guest.
The chicas were invited as
And what
a
about
guest, yes.
Robbie?
Robbie?
Yeah.
No.
He was like,
I
"Hey,
can't-
Dad, I can't wait to be at your event."
Nah.
And you're like, "Now you're saying your ass home."
Nah. For sure.
Yeah,
For
bro.
sure, homie wasn't gonna make the event. He would have been running around with those other kids, and I couldn't. Those kids running around and stuff, I was already like,
Stressing out.
Yeah, no, that's another thing that I was like, "Fuck," like you know.
Yeah.
But how do you can't not have an event and be like, you can't
Kids,
bring your
yeah.
kids?
No,
when
yeah,
you're
they
working at
can,
work?
but it's like be after your kids, you know.
Yeah, because if
Like-
I would have seen my kid jumping these stairs, like if it was a BMX scene or something, I was like, yo, sit your ass down, little homie. I don't know. Does it look like a fucking park to you? I don't think so. I don't see jungle gym, no playground. Pop a squat. Yeah, that's how I was
like a
looking. I was
coach.
tripping. I was like, yo, this is out. What?
I'm laughing because I know all the kids that were fucking.
Yeah.
They were like our family, basically.
No, yeah, and then, but yo,
They weren't my kids though, so I was like, look at these little homies there. They wilding, they having a good time. My kid would have been, hey, sit the fuck down.
Nah, like they'd all run in a line, and then they'd be running in a line, and they're like running, boom, boom, and then I just see Milo, and then I grab him, I'm like, hey, chill,
Yeah,
it's
I know.
not me.
It's
You know, like,
I honestly, I felt so bad because I'm just like, okay, well, y'all see it, right? Like, we're getting after him right now, and he's in his own, he's at his house, and we're
Yeah.
getting after him. Like, be quiet. Don't do
We
this.
about
but he
to record.
knows. He's like,
But-
oh, you're gonna work your
But then
podcast.
He knows. Like,
Aw.
he showered, and he's like, oh, okay, so Robbie, Ronnie, Alondra are coming. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna work.
Aw.
He's like, you're gonna do a podcast, and I'm like, yeah. So he knows.
Yeah.
But sometimes the chief line, he wants that.
Yeah, he wants to like
He wants
peek.
attention.
He
and
wants
for us to
Yeah.
be,
yeah.
Oh, I see you.
He
He
wants
Yeah,
a behind the
literally,
scenes
that's
look
what
like,
he
what's
wants.
going on?
So
Yeah.
yesterday I was just like, we gave him his money, right? Because he made money. He made like what, like 180, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yesterday.
shopping.
And then, but that's all his money. Like I didn't. We just gave it to him, and I'm like, oh look, you know, this is how much you made or whatever. And then I told him, but if you would have been sitting down, you would have made more money.
Yeah.
You know, because he left. But when he was there, I don't know if y'all heard him. He was like, money.
Money.
Like, and I'm just like, dude, don't say that. Like,
Give me the money.
yeah.
Not even candy. Money.
So I felt like people were buying because, you know.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
Give him more money.
Yeah.
Give that guy our
So
money.
then I was just, and I told him, right, he was ignoring me, right, when I was telling him, like, but you were running and with
He was
your
acting like-
cousins.
Yeah, he was
so-
just like counting the money right now. He's like, And I'm like, mommy's talking to you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know.
what happened?
I'm busy.
Yeah. And then I'm like,
Because I still made money. Because I still made money.
yeah. And then I was just like, did you hear me? What did I say? He's like, I don't know. And I'm just like,
Went like this with the money. I can't hear you, mom.
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
All I hear is money.
All I hear is money.
so.
He's probably like, but mom, I'm a kid.
Uh,
Again, I'm a kid, mom?
Yeah. So I feel like he's now that we do hip hop because Rillen's gonna be there with Milo. I feel like he'll take it a little bit more serious. He's not gonna have anywhere to anywhere.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna like be there the whole time like that.
Nah, no shot.
I mean, he'll probably be walking with me, but it's not like he has anywhere to go. He already felt like he had somewhere to go because my in-laws were outside, so he would run outside.
So he knew I got
Yeah.
peoples.
But man, we both put him to the side and we were like, "Stop running!" And he's like, "It's not me, it's so." And I'm just like, "Well, don't follow them. You tell them to stop. Be the big cousin and tell them to stop." But obviously, he kept running. So.
Oh, he's the oldest cousin out of them?
Nah, not all.
Out of the boys?
Out of the boys.
Out of the boys?
Yeah, out of the boys.
He's
Out of
the
boys,
ringleader.
He's the oldest, but he's probably the sweetest. out of all
Yeah,
of
like
them, yeah.
he gets hit the most. Not hit, but like
Because
he won't hit back
he
if
won't
he
hit
if
back,
even
yeah.
if it's like
Because
accidental or
I
whatever.
feel like he sees them like
They're
they're
little.
little, and I'm just like, it's just 1 year. Hit them back.
They're the same height. You better hit that little man.
Yeah, but I mean, and that's enough about talking about.
Talking about parents, kids, and shit.
Yeah, because
My bad,
Ronnie
guys.
and Alondra, they don't have kids yet, but
Dang.
they're on their way.
On their way?
On their way.
On their way?
Is that why you're not drinking?
Ooh, is that not why? Neither is Ronnie? What?
Wait, what? Wait, no. Anyways.
Could you
shot.
take a shot? Just saying.
Yeah,
Ronnie
so
had crushes there yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna ask.
What?
Like,
No,
she
we're not
had
gonna talk
she
about
had
that.
crushes, and then the
Anyways,
crushes,
moving on.
it was too
Moving
much.
on, moving on.
Yeah, I'm just
So what
saying.
about the podcast, guys? Like, can we talk
Where'd the
about
cake go?
no, but so what do you guys expect? Like, let's say we do one for Entre Nos. Like, what's something that you guys would it be the same thing or something
it's all
bigger?
Different.
All girly?
Nah,
Shout out to
it can't
Break
be.
Free.
It cannot be girly.
I don't want to be
No, I don't
girly.
think it can because I feel when I talk about Entre Nos, I'm always saying like.
Or
Is
like
that
it
a
could be
girl
like
show?
barber people coming up, pulling in.
Yeah, I
like,
always say like when I talk about
Yeah.
Entre Nos, I'm like it's two girl co-hosts, you know. But I'm like, but one of them, she's a barber, so she brings the guy's perspective.
She calls you a guy a lot.
I didn't say she's a guy.
But she's like, she brings a guy perspective.
I said she does. I
Dang.
think you do. I feel
yeah,
like I
I'm
don't
around
think,
a lot of guys.
I feel like like she has that knowledge. She has those secrets. So it's like
No secrets.
yeah, 'cause you have those secrets.
Decoding.
But we don't. If we
Damn.
don't
Pull
ever.
up, I'm gonna tell your wife.
Oh, shit. Don't do that to them. Oh, my God.
Tell your wife if you don't
Pull
pull
up
up
with
to
the right
the
girl
event.
too, man.
Oh, pull up with the... Oh, my... The event's going to be on Saturday, so make sure you bring Saturday. All right? Don't bring Friday or Sunday. All right?
I think it'll be a little bit more different. I think, I would want it to be like a unisex thing. Obviously, I don't think I would ever want to host like an all girls thing. Like I don't think you. I feel like you're more cool.
I
with
mean, that just
guys.
limits it, no?
Maybe because I want to be girly. That's why I think like let's be girls.
You want to be girly, but you just can't. Hey, I'm the homie. I'm the homie. All right?
Yeah, so that's why I'm just like, wait, what? I don't think.
Yeah, I'm the homie.
Yeah. So
How do you greet people when they go to get it?
I was just about to say, they probably give it a, what's up, my guy? You good? Chilling? All right, much
But
love.
then there's sometimes that when we have like a really like heart to heart conversation and he's like, okay, let's give it.
Bring it in.
each other a hug. Yeah.
Bring it in. That was deep.
Yeah. Like,
It's not that deep, but that was deep.
yeah. Or like it's like very good news or like this is a hug, right? Yeah.
It's a hug moment.
It's like
ain't it?
homeboy shit. Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
That's
that's
crazy.
why whenever that's why I don't think Entre Nos, because we do have guys watching, you know. So I'm pretty sure most of the guys watching are just watching because they're probably.
I was gonna
scared
say
you're
that too. I was
say
like, is she
something.
gonna name drop? Is she gonna say
So
who
I
it
do
is?
have
Oh.
a lot of clients that come in and what we talk about is literally the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I heard you say this, like, or like I heard she said that. Like, how does that?
Do
you
some
know?
people tell you, like, hey, you said my story? Like, what the heck?
Well, no, she doesn't say them unless they're okay with it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I
okay,
asked
okay.
them first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
okay.
like,
Sometimes I tell her, I'm like, oh, do you got a story?
And I'm
She's
like,
let me ask.
yeah, I'm like, I do, but I don't know. And then some of them are like, yeah, you can go ahead and say it. Or there's some like, no, because I think.
One time we did have a story. It was approved by the person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we had to cut it because she's like, I don't know if the wife is watching and I don't want her to know.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we had to like we said the main part and then we just cut out details because we didn't want like the.
Oh, you did tell me. You
specifics.
did tell me.
Yeah.
Damn, she would have found out.
She would have known
talking
right
about
away.
my
Like,
mother.
yeah, she would have known right away that that's my man. That's my man story.
That's my man story. Damn.
Yeah, and it's so funny because like people send anonymous and then they'll tell me, right, and I'm just like, oh shit, I didn't even know, right, because we read them and it is anonymous. Like we don't see.
It surprises me that y'all get anonymous stories. Like
Yeah,
I'm always
me
like,
too.
damn, people actually
Honestly,
sending them. Like
it
it's
surprises
crazy.
me too because we be fucking around like while we're talking about it, but we're being for real. Like,
But like for real, it's not that serious like that. Like for real, it's not that deep. Like it's like okay, we're gonna tell you what it is, but it's like
It's como que they send them to y'all
you know?
like they're gonna give me some advice.
They're
But
gonna
it's
get-
like
yeah, some
no,
answers.
they're gonna laugh at the shit. They're gonna
We're
like
not gonna laugh
but
at it.
no, but y'all aren't gonna be like reading it like, man, what do you think? You know, it's like y'all are just gonna keep going like it's
which,
some regular
and then
shit.
We've gotten feedback that we should take it more serious, right?
Yeah.
But it's like it's
then
entre nos. Like
well,
y'all don't
we-
watch the shit.
and then
Like you know.
the-
not
Honestly-
only that, but that's not my life. Why would I like
Yeah,
cry
like-
over it? You know, like I can't like have my
I'm
my
gonna
emotions.
send them something and they're gonna cry so bad. Like
Yeah.
you know, no, it's
like
like, no.
I can't dwell on it. I'm just be like, that's crazy. So I think you should do this, and then we're gonna kind of giggle and be like, that's crazy. Like
Yeah,
imagine
giggle,
that
we
happened to
bust
you.
out laughing, like.
But I think you guys laugh about like the things that you guys are talking about, like not about the situation, but what you guys say.
Yeah, like
So it's
what,
not
what
like-
we've experienced. We'll
Yeah.
start laughing.
Yeah.
And then I think a lot of the time too, what happens is we're talking about an anonymous story, and then we go into our personal life story,
Exactly.
And then y'all go back.
kinda, and then we just go back to what they were talking.
But that's
about.
cool. I mean, shit. Like,
Yeah.
there's no.
We had one time, Rob. Somebody sent a story that they were like in love with their cousin.
That is
What?
wild. That's some like really trailer park
What?
trash shit right there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right?
If you would have said that, you would have been canceled in Entre Nos.
Just like that.
we were like, what? Like, you know, but yeah.
That's
They just
crazy.
said that they just didn't know what to do. Like, they were like,
In love with
they
the
were,
cousin.
yeah, because stuff had happened. Physical stuff had happened.
Oh
When they
no.
were-
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they
when
knew that they were
young.
related.
The whole
So
time?
they were in
Yeah,
a
like-
relationship when they were younger. And then they're like, oh,
What?
we can't do this because we're cousins. So they just kind of like
Yeah.
went apart. But then she just kept like remembering,
about
like,
the
this
cousin.
is
And
the
she's
love of
just
my
like,
life.
What do I do? And
Oh, this was
I
a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I thought this was a boy. Like, yo, I'm in love with my cousin, dog. It was a girl.
Yeah. A girl. I don't know. I mean, it sounds.
I'm sorry if you're watching right now.
Yeah, because it doesn't say like they don't, obviously there's no names or
or
nothing.
No, we don't see it. Like.
Yeah, but I don't want her watching right now. I'm like, that ain't trailer chat shit. I was in love, cuz. What you talking about? The heart knows what it wants.
Yeah, I think-
Like, my bad.
I think we handled that one good. We handled that one good.
We were
Like,
kind of, because we were like, whoa, what?
Yeah, but I think it was more like, look, there's way many.
Too many
There's so many
fishes
guys
in the
out there,
ocean.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, to want your cousin. That's wild.
Yeah.
Too many.
That
It's
is
just
true.
like, don't set your standards that low. Like, you know.
Not only that, but
be
everything.
realistic, but also, come on.
It's not even low. It's just like it's not even like it's not a
It's
thing.
not up for
You
debate.
can't.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
what? No, that's like
You can't. It's like
Yeah.
off limits. Your cousin is off limits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's. You know, your kids are going to, you know, like, that's like, relax.
Yeah.
You know?
where is that normal? Like
I could tell you in Alabama.
I knew he was gonna say that. I was like,
What?
he's gonna say
Mississippi,
it.
Tennessee.
Visit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those little Swampvilles. That's where it's happening
Trailer
at.
parks.
Yeah.
Where all the family grows up.
You meet
in the
your
trailer
husband
park.
at your family reunion, you know? What? What did I say? What? And on that note, make sure y'all like and subscribe, all right? 100 episode, we here, baby.
Yeah.
all right, let's go on a quick break and then the next one will be the last one.
All right, we'll be
All right,
back.
we'll be right back. Yes, sir. Nah.
Free.
Oh my god.
It was for
Free car
friends,
rides.
my ass.
I was trying to get in there.
Oh, I feel that. Legend.
Wow, babe, that was kind of wild.
That was
Crazy,
wild.
Dad.
all right.
He
let's
was
see.
already putting in. He knew, like, I ain't gonna charge her for gas because I want her to know I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
And then,
He
and then
knew
I,
you were next.
and then I
Strategic.
hit him, no, and then
You were next.
I hit him with oh, you know, I'm still a virgin. I don't want to do it till I'm married.
That's not what I was talking about.
Oh, what were you talking about?
Whoa,
Get
that's
in a
not what
relationship.
we-
Like,
yeah.
Are you talking about getting your pants type shit? That's crazy.
He said,
That's
he
why-
said I wanted to
that's-
get in there.
That's
And
why
you took
I
it like
said
that.
How did you take it like that?
No, I took it like.
Next
He was
girlfriend on
like,
the
you're
like
the
you were
next-
next on the
Yeah,
list.
because she's like, yeah,
You know, she was already thinking, I'm not gonna let him have it. I'm not gonna let him have it. I'm not gonna let him have it.
What is it? Chastity belt? Or what is
Chastity
that?
belt, yeah,
I
yeah.
was
chastity
like,
belt.
damn, that's why
Like, I
I
need the
said.
key.
Then
That's
she fell
why
in
I
love.
said.
She fell in love, and she's like, okay, 18 years old.
18 years old.
That's why I said that is wild that you said that. It kind of
Yeah.
caught me off guard that you would say something like that. But I get it now.
I wouldn't. I
My
wouldn't.
fault. My fault.
I'm a gentleman.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now,
You
Rollie.
are.
All right.
You are.
All right, bet. But
That
what was I gonna say?
embarrassing.
What was
That
I gonna
was a
talk
little
about?
embarrassing?
Real quick, we just want to, before we continue, I just want to give one last shout out to the sponsors, right? You wanted me to, all right, man. But for real, shout out to sponsors. We have, I'm gonna try to name them without looking.
Okay.
Okay, we have Bossletics, Sucio World, Vintage Packs, and Tilt.
Okay.
Then
And then RRR Painting Contractors.
Yes.
And then it's our shit, and then Top Titan.
say our shit. Say what we have.
AA Mas and Superior. You already know.
Eee, Superior
And then,
Styles.
Yes, sir. Style. Hey, boy, I'm dropping the style.
He's gonna.
I'm dropping it.
Superior?
It's still gonna be SS like that. It's still that, but I always just call it Superior, and it's just what it is, you know. But
Okay.
more shit to come. But yeah, I kind of want to get into a little bit like like what y'all are gonna plan to do,
What y'all
or
have going on.
or like okay, like this is a creative outlet, you know, that you guys are on with us. But is this something that you guys are trying to pursue on your own, or because you're a barber,
Yeah.
and then you have a podcast? But it's like
How
okay, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna start with you, like because you have your business, so it's like you have a podcast and you have your barber stuff, and is that gonna go together, or is it just you're keeping them separate? Like, you know what I mean?
As of now,
Como-
I'm keeping them separate, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool,
As
cool.
What
of
about,
now,
like,
for sure,
how-
I'm keeping it separate.
'cause I know
¿Habla así,
you wanna-
al pelo?
Sí.
This way?
Ahí está.
Sí, sí.
Oh, ahí está.
That's
Está bueno.
There you go.
So I know you want to do the studio thing. So
Yeah.
talk about that a little bit, like.
So my envision for the upcoming years would be getting suites for barbers where I could also educate them, like as a charge for like the suite. The charge for the suite will be included my lessons or like to bring in other barbers that we can learn from. Like if I have, if I
Like
have
your mentor, right?
yeah, like my mentor, like if I have people that are leasing from one of my suites, I want them to be like, hey, I want to learn this, and I want to be able to provide that for them, you know, and provide it for everybody. Because if one thought about it, then most likely all of them are interested in it as well. So I think it would go into like creating content, because I mean, all barbers, that's how nowadays, that's how we get our clients, through creating content, through showing our skills, through showing our personalities. So I would want for them to learn how to create content, how to learn discipline, how to be able to promote their things and learn about numbers and
So now being like in the podcaster
Yeah.
world, like, do you feel like it's helped you out a little bit or no?
yeah, I think it's helped me out, especially in talking to the camera, because I am not good with talking to the camera. So now knowing that, okay, there's a camera recording, but I could be having a conversation with maybe another barber and we could record it, and I'm not really paying attention to the camera.
Yeah.
If I wouldn't have been used to that because of the podcast, I would have been like, dude, there's a camera there. I would be always like, there's a camera there. There's a camera there. Let me watch out.
Yeah.
But because of the podcast, I've been accustomed to like not even worry about the camera.
Yeah.
So I think that's helped a lot when it comes down to, because that's how my mentor does it. He's like, okay, we're going to talk about business and we're going to talk about the way to help you. And we have a camera. He's recording the whole thing. And then he'll just like,
Make clips out of it.
yeah, he'll be like, this is a good clip.
But it's okay. A lot of people don't think about like that you stutter or you fuck up on words you say.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I think that's what like I would be like, even on the podcast. So the podcast, like we just don't cut anything out, or we'll
Right.
mute shit here and there or whatever. But like, yeah, like there's like, bless you.
Bless you.
God bless you.
Like,
Bless you.
God bless you.
Sorry. Thank you.
like earlier you said, what if the podcast like popped
Popped off.
off I think you said something like that.
I didn't say
Popped
like,
off. You said popped off or popped off. You said one of those. But it's like things like that. It's like no, I'm just saying like when there's a camera on you, you're thinking like it's like oh fuck, like you're like almost like if you're on live television. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's like not live television.
Honestly, me personally, I know we've been doing this.
It's like who speaks
years.
perfect?
Yeah,
You know?
nobody does. And
For sure.
me to do, we're doing this already on 2 years because our 2 years was the last week of September.
Apparently.
And then
Apparently.
I don't know. It's because the live television. He says that
Yeah.
I've never been on live television before.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I hate.
Apparently, my grandpa.
a Powerball.
Powerball.
I don't know. And then
No, like I hate being like on camera. Like I just hate it. So like when I told like my cousins or something, like okay, I told my uncle, he showed up and my tío said shout out to him and my tía Sonia. Like I love them. And like I would tell him and I'm like, Tío, like I just don't like taking pictures. Like I'm not a selfies girl. Like I'm not. I don't even know how we have the podcast because I hate the camera, you know? So yesterday when I was taking pictures the whole time, I was like, I don't even want to see the picture because then I'm going to be like, I don't like it. Like, you know what
Like
I mean?
critiquing it?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
it's because you gotta think about it too. Like celebrities, when people are like, "Hey, let's take a picture," they're always just like real quick, and then that's it. Like they don't even. It's porque it's just one of those pictures that's just gonna get posted. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
so then we did this video with Tilt. So shout out Tilt. They pulled up with their fancy ass camera and the big ass mic.
He did.
And then he's like, "Oh, here, do the little
The
what is it,
drop.
the mics."
Yeah.
He gave us mics, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I hate my voice, right?" So then he's like, "Talk about what y'all got going on," and I'm talking about it, and then I finish, and then I see that my bandana is crooked. I'm like, "Dude."
okay. So the whole time you were saying it was crooked. Like, is it crooked like this, or is like como torcido? Like,
No, like it was like a little bit like that.
oh,
That's
it don't
alright.
matter. Shit.
It matters
That's
to
the
me.
style,
It
man.
matters
They're
to
like a
me.
cute
I
little-
was already feeling insecure wearing it, so then putting it on and then it being a little crooked. Honestly, thank you, Rob, and you and Giselle made me feel really good about it yesterday. Because when you told me like, man, you know, whatever about the bandana, because you were looking at me and I'm just like, what?
Oh, shit.
And then
You were
he's
on
like,
your Aaliyah shit last night. Left eye.
Oh yeah.
I
So
heard
then
you
I
say
was
that.
just like, you're like, nah. I was like, I felt insecure about wearing it. But Roland does a really great job to make me feel better about stepping out of my comfort zone. You know.
And that's what made the outfit pop.
Yeah, for sure.
yes.
Because
Yeah.
it
And
was
you
white
look
on black,
basic.
and then you had that.
Yeah.
So it was like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah. So then I was like,
She matched the coolers.
She matched the coolers.
yeah. So my point is like the podcast has also helped me step out of my comfort zone a little bit, you know, because I hate the camera. Like I'm like,
Don't say you
"Ugh."
hate it.
I do hate it because
I couldn't tell.
I'll record myself and I'm just like, ew, why does my mouth look like it's going that way?
Why does my mouth look like a mouse for? What's going on right now?
So I guess I understand what you're
Yeah.
saying, you know, because it's different when you're not used to it. But I mean, we've already been doing it entre nos since February.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So it's been a
Yeah,
while.
but I do feel like people like, and they don't tell y'all. They might not tell y'all. They might. I don't know. But I do feel like people are like, man, I like what y'all do. Or they, it's like these little. What I wanted from the event yesterday was for people to go up to y'all, because the first time that I told Evelyn, I'm like, watch, like I don't know about y'all, right? But like when I see people on social media and I see them in real life, there's this little thing of like, not that they're a celebrity, but I'm like, oh shit, I know them on the internet or I know them on social media and they're here. Like
This is them.
that's them. Like what the hell? Like I follow them.
Yeah.
And
I felt like I caught some people looking like at that, like, oh shit. I think you could tell when people are looking at that, because then they'll give you that look like, oh shit, he caught me looking.
yeah,
Look away.
I want
that.
I want people to see us like that. So it's like one time it happened to her. Like I had just told her about it, and then they went up to her like, "Yo, I love the podcast," and she was like, "What?"
When they
like,
didn't mention me, right?
no. It was
When
no,
they said, like,
it was
we
before
watched
Entre
it.
Nos. It was before Entre Nos, but yeah, like so it's like I did
Wait, who are you talking about at Carlos's wedding?
Carlos's wedding. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
That was
so
the big like, wow, because it was just this and much more. Like it was, we only had.
that was before Studio
It was
1017.
before Studio 1017. So then it was just like, he was telling me like, yeah, man, you know, people watch us and you don't even know. And then that guy came up to us like, hey, we were fucking celebrities. And I was like me? Like you watch us? Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I was like that.
Yeah, so it's like that's one of the things that I don't even know how we came up with that, like, and right now, but yeah, like
The
that's
being in front of the camera.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just like that. Just already puts like a kind of sort of like a spotlight on you. You know what I mean?
So
it's like
what my uncle said too. I wish I would have introduced y'all, but he said that he was like, it's easier to say. It's easy to say, oh, I can do that, but doing it is what makes it hard.
Yeah.
You know, because he's like, oh, he's a great talker, my tío Sergio, and he's like, he can have a great conversation with you. But then it's just like, I don't know if I could sit down in front of a camera and talk on a mic. That's the part that.
No, and then yeah, because I think one of the last episodes that we had, like Evelyn's like, damn, y'all had a lot of quiet moments. And we kind of did,
Yeah.
but I mean that's just gonna happen. Like it's like it's never gonna be like a.
Why can't we be
constant.
like that? A little quiet moment. You can talk too much.
Why don't you give me a breather?
She's like, I'm a great listener, but she's like talking, and I'm like, okay, I'm a great listener too.
Yeah, I'm over here like, you talk a lot, and I'm just like, okay, cool.
And then you talk a lot.
No, and then damn, I was gonna say something that
We had a lot of quiet moments.
Oh, like and then,
It's gonna happen.
And then and then but whenever I was talking to Sensei too, he was like, he says that he goes out a lot, you know, and then I'm like, you know, I get invited to go, like that you invite us, or like you'll tell me like, hey bro, let's
but
go
we're
out.
not core friends, so you don't.
Yeah.
Hang
So
out
I'm
with
like,
me.
Core friends.
yeah, just introduce me to your parents, bro. Like, damn.
You didn't even introduce me to your pops yesterday.
You didn't introduce.
No.
I didn't
True,
introduce.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even give a good
Y'all
to
didn't
me.
meet his
Nah.
parents?
Terrible host.
Sorry,
I
y'all.
had
Sorry,
to go
y'all.
up to
Terrible.
them. I went up to them.
You went up to them?
Yeah.
Oh,
To his
that's
parents.
nice.
Yeah.
If y'all don't want to go to Hooters, so you can go to.
Yeah, they have carne. But no, like, but he was saying like, I'm like, yeah, bro, I just stay busy, you know. So it's like when they tell me like, hey, let's go out, I'm like, well, nah. Like I'll tell you, I'm like, I gotta edit, I gotta do this shit. And he's like, yeah, but if you think about it, he's like, the reason we're even here or this event is a thing.
Oh yeah, that's when we were talking to old boy.
He's like, it's because you've put in all this work, all these weekends. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just one of those things. Like the event happened because we put in work during the weekends. I don't go out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Somebody
just
told me that too.
What?
For real?
That he don't do nothing?
No, Jesse. Shout out Jesse, because he's like, man, who came up with the totes? You know, like the idea. And I'm like, well, I came up with the idea of the tote, and Roland came up with the design, and I thought it was fucking great. Like when he showed me the design, I'm like, damn, people write their name, like that's fucking smart, you know. And then he's like, man, sometimes he's like, Roland does designs, and he's like, and it's like I forget that he's the one doing them because they're so good. Like he's just like, how is Roland so talented? And I'm like, I know, I say that. I'm like, I don't understand how he's so talented and he's like not recognized. And he's like, at his time he'll be recognized.
Yes.
And then he's like, he's like, y'all have 3 podcasts. He told me yesterday. He's like, and then it's like, and he does all the editing. Yeah. I'm like, I know, like it's so wild. I'm like, but he doesn't want me to help him, so that's on him. Like,
Mr. Producer right here.
Yeah, he's like, I showed up thinking the Freddy Krueger shirt. He's like, I saw you gonna drop a Freddy Krueger shirt. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, I dropped that shit like 2 years ago. Like, it's Christmas time. It's Halloween time, so I just like reposted the design. He's like, yeah. He's like, I told Lucia like, oh shit, I'm gonna cop that Freddy Krueger shirt. But yeah, I'm like,
and that's what's gonna be dropping eventually at hip hop now.
Yeah, things like that. Like
bunch of Vogues Studios.
Yeah,
shit?
the shit that I do. Yeah. So hopefully that comes to fruition. But I kind of want to know like what y'all are gonna do now.
Go ahead,
like,
Ronnie.
Okay. Well, I definitely do want to get back into the Houston page that I have where I go to different
So what's
spots.
the page name?
It's Exploring HTX
with Celeste.
W.Ronnie, because with Ronnie. So I definitely want to get back into it because I felt like I kind of fell off on it because I had some personal issues, but luckily I've been able to work through them. So definitely want to do that just so people can know too. Like they follow the podcast, and if they're in Houston, they can check out all the different spots.
I think that's great that you're doing that because it's not even just like a foodie thing. It's just like these are spots, like you know, because we had Daniela, but she's like all about the food,
right?
Sorry,
yeah,
no. In the restroom. And I think that and you being a part of this, you can definitely promote that. I mean, you have the page on the description.
I don't have her page.
Not the Houston page.
I have her.
My personal page.
Yeah.
But I
have
haven't linked
add
on
it
there.
though. But we can add it to that.
Oh yeah.
So like that, it's always on the description. So whenever you mention a spot, you can be like, "Oh, it's on my Instagram page."
Yeah, that's true.
You
Yeah,
know,
and then
check the description, and it's a way to promote yourself. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it starts off because right now it's just pictures, right? But it's like I feel like slowly it'll become into like small segments where it's like, you know, like you how I do like the thing with the. But like, yeah, it could be you like, oh, let's go check this out with me today, or here's my.
You never know. You might get paid to. Put
Yeah,
up
you never.
dances.
People will be like, hey, pull up to the thing, you know, do a quick little rundown or whatever.
Just don't forget about us.
You never
Yeah,
know.
just don't charge us.
Yeah, just don't forget about
do
us.
that, no.
We starving and shit.
And same
Can you bring me some of the
open up
leftovers?
your, like the sweets thing,
Yeah.
like we'll add that to like the description. And if any barbers, because I know you get hit up with by barbers that want you to teach them, like it'd be cool to be like, yeah, blah blah blah, the sweets. Oh, I have like two things open.
Yeah.
Check, you know,
Man,
go
and
to the
you- and-
description and apply or something. You
And
know?
the other thing is like, man, we gotta realize like this is the beginning. Like it's been 2 years, yes,
For
you know,
us.
it's been
But
2
it's
years.
still the beginning.
But it's the beginning. Like I feel like we just hit 1,000 not too long ago, like subs, and
See for clap.
see for clap, and then the OG ni lo dijo, like the one that came up with the C for clap.
I know.
I
She's
know.
like, I'll
It's all right
she's like,
because
I'll let them
They took
say
the
it.
credit, right?
Damn, I didn't take the
Yeah.
credit. I just use it. It's right there.
Let's give her
Do y'all
flowers.
use
like,
it on internos?
Yeah, we started it. We
But do
started
ya-
C for clap.
Oh, okay.
Because
She would never know what it was.
She's like, I'll
oh,
let
which
them
one
say
is
it for me.
Yeah, she's like, which one is it? And I'm like, oh, it's just
I was
super clap.
pressing all of them. But it's because he doesn't watch Entrenos, so he doesn't
Okay.
know.
I don't-
Yeah.
I do.
I-
Oh,
No, Rob.
Rob.
He thinks it's a girls show. So
I did my homework a little
I
bit.
keep saying it's not a girls show so he can watch us, but
Yeah.
He's like,
I
oh,
did
it's a
my
girl
homework
show?
a little bit.
Oh,
That's
okay.
when I knew. That's how I knew to ask about the car rides.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Le gusta el chisme.
Yeah. I gotta
on
stir
there.
the part. You know. You can't. You know,
But yeah,
But-
like I don't know what were we saying.
no, yeah, we're
Oh, yeah.
talking about that, and it's just like her
right.
page, like
Oh, yeah.
eventually, like it becoming something like that, and I think it'd be cool. Like it's just it starts off as a hobby, or it starts off like it's nothing that's super serious, and it slowly becomes like, okay, like this is working, like let me do this, you know.
Milo.
Oh my god, you're probably gonna hear him in the
Yeah, I
background,
could
but
probably hear him because on posted you could hear.
yeah,
him.
that like you
Yeah.
know when you were like, no, was it that episode?
The movie?
Not, I think it was another one.
the one after the or
After the movie
After
one.
the movie one.
Yeah, he was being loud.
Yeah.
Papi. Not too
You have to
loud.
do a
Not,
little guest appearance.
not so loud, papi. Okay, we're almost finished. We're not cutting shit out.
And what about you?
Yeah, what about Robert?
Rob? What you got going
Roberto,
on?
Roberto.
Relax.
Wait, what's your legal name?
Hey, we were talking about this
Robert
yesterday.
Or Roberto?
No, it's Robert.
Robert.
Like man, that's straight
Yeah.
white, bro.
It's Robert for
Well,
sure.
you
No
know,
middle
Your
name.
parents are white, right?
Nah, no.
Where did-
My dad's Native American and
Yeah,
my
I knew
mom
it. I was like, he looks Native American.
and my
Yeah.
and my mom's Mexican.
I knew it.
Yeah.
He's Native American.
I was like, he's either from like Hawaii or Native American.
So yeah.
Wait, so what's your
Filipino or
mom?
something?
My mom's Mexican for sure.
Like she was born
For
in
sure, for
Mexico?
sure. No.
So she's like, how many generations?
Oh, I'm not too sure.
No, yeah. The reason I'm saying is like
He's not too sure, but it's for sure.
For sure,
Yeah,
for sure,
for
she's
I,
Mexican.
I think does she speak Spanish?
Yes.
She does.
Yeah.
She don't
Why'd
speak
you
Spanish.
hesitate?
I don't know.
Because so okay. Go whenever you go home. Ask your mom if she's like a second generation.
Like, go home right now and tell her.
Right?
mom
The
right
only
now.
time they
Tell her
spoke
right now.
the only
Tell her
time they
right
spoke Spanish in my house was when they didn't want me to know what was going on.
They were having their own
So I'm
entrenos.
thinking-
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I'm thinking your mom is like second generation,
Like Chicana.
like Chicana.
Yeah, because he likes the Chicano stuff.
Yeah. So and I think you're like third generation here, and that's why you don't speak Spanish. So like I feel like if we don't engrave Spanish into
Hey, is
Milo
that-
right now, his kids
gone.
won't speak.
If that's the
Spanish.
case, then like you don't feel like not offended, but like, when we're like, hey, bro, like learn some Spanish. Do you ever feel like
No,
I don't have to?
I've gotten that my whole life, to be honest with you, and then I get that with the whole. I get that at the job
They'd be like,
because
you're
I
not
do.
Hispanic enough.
No, I get. It's crazy. Like they get upset with me because I don't know Spanish, and then it's crazy because I do service calls at hotels, and the cleaning ladies, they'll just come up to me, start talking Spanish, da 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 da, and I'm like, no español, nada, and they're like.
What are you talking about?
And now they're looking at each other, and now they're talking to each other. Este vato no español. Nobody's verga. And I'm like, yo, I'm right here. Stupid. Like,
I understand that.
and I'm like, yo, come on. Now they're like talking to each other on the radios and shit. Like,
the
yeah.
whole hotel
Telling the
knows.
whole
Telling the whole
Watch
shit.
out for this dude,
Yeah.
The
man.
one that looks Native American.
He's not one of us. But, yeah.
So what do you got going on? What is?
I'm gonna bring back the Robbie Robs show for sure. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to that. All right, the Robbie Robs show, and I'm gonna be having not too much guests on that one because I'm gonna be doing it at a whole new spot that I don't want to bring people to yet.
It's kind of like our situation.
Yeah.
You gotta play by ear and see what's up,
Exactly.
you know.
But I'm excited because I'm gonna be bringing in a new segment. I'm gonna call it Date Night. It's gonna be me and my wife, and I'm gonna have some couples and stuff. Shout out to my wife Giselle.
Oh, let's go.
You
Shout
know,
out to her.
we already have
name dropping her.
Your name dropping today.
That's
You know,
not just my wife.
yeah,
My
why?
Not his sweetheart.
Sweetheart. I got that, and I'm gonna be bringing back the one with the homies. Nobody watches anyways. NWA. I like that one a lot. Not gonna lie.
I don't watch that one.
But I'm excited to bring it back because I've been postponing it, and it's been a long time. It's been months since I even dropped an episode. So, you know, but shout out to anybody who watches that for sure.
Yeah. So everybody's doing their own thing, and then that's pretty much what we want. You know, we want obviously this to be the spot que people come and watch us, and we talk about different shit or whatever. But we have our own journeys. You know, we have our own like creative outlets. So it's like a
So
thing.
eventually, like, once y'all send us y'all's info, we can just add it in.
At the end of the day, I want everybody just to get connections, like just
Yeah.
get connected, be well
I was
connected.
kind of
You know?
hoping that happened yesterday, and I kind of saw like when Desiree was like, "Oh, you know,"
Yeah.
and then I feel like, and she's like, "Where's Robbie Rob?" And I'm like, I love that she knew, you know, because she has her own podcast.
Yeah, she was saying.
She came up to me, and I was just like, she's like, "Oh, where's Robbie Rob?" And I'm like, "Let me go show you." Like, you cannot miss him. Like,
He is around.
yeah, he's there. Like, he's, you know, and like when the fact that she asked me, you know, and I'm like, damn, that's dope. Like, because that's just like because of what we got going on here, you know.
I'm actually gonna be on one
Yeah,
of her
booked it?
episodes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's dope.
Yeah, because she
Yeah.
had. I remember we had talked about it. Yeah, and then she called her out on it. You
Who?
believe this girl?
Who called who out
I
on
was like,
what?
I haven't
Because you're like,
received
because
anything.
she had told me she
You like
wanted,
that?
she wanted Alondra like on her podcast, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, she'd be great, you know. And we talked about it again, and then she's like, well, she never reached out. I'm just like, oh
But
my
now
God.
it is.
But now
That's official.
She showed up, so now she said that. But she's the one who said that she was very inspired by like everything we had
Yeah.
created, you know. So.
Yeah.
And like
yeah.
how I introduced you to Latinx hip hop yesterday.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that was
Yeah.
cool. That was cool.
I
Shout
thought
out.
That was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out him. He
Yeah.
pulled up like cause I see him like the stuff, you know. He likes like our
and
posts and
he'll
stuff.
repost our stuff.
So man, shout out
to
him.
Latinx hip hop, right?
Yeah, Latinx hip hop. So I thought that was cool.
And then Alan too. Man, I forgot.
he just
to,
texted me too.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, yeah.
I really forgot. We just had so much going on that I forgot to even put anything out for Alegres Milagros, like the nonprofit that we have.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
really,
we didn't. I
like-
think we only posted it one time or something.
Yeah, like like it's just it was a lot, you know.
Yeah.
So then, but then when Alan pulled up and he had like a bunch of toys, I'm just
Oh,
like,
I did see that.
dude, thank you so
That was
much.
really cool.
Like I was like, I'm like I forgot, so thank you for remembering, you know,
Yeah.
like about it. So
Yeah, but other than that, man, I don't know. I mean, we're about to. That's it.
yeah,
you
I
know?
want to give a big shout out to Nere and Yaya because they helped us out. They were behind the counter the whole time. My sister and my cousin, I really appreciate it. They got some food, they got some shirts, and I just couldn't be more grateful for everybody that pulled up and just supports everything that we have going on at the end of the day.
Yeah, so I hope you guys keep rocking with us and keep like supporting the 3 podcasts, the whole channel, everything that we do.
And you know what's funny? Because we've talked about it before, where we said that This and Much More is like the OG one. It's
Yeah.
like, it's kind of like the, not that Posted and Entre Nos aren't the respected ones, but
No, but
This and Much More is like the
Where
one-
it started.
It started
Yeah.
with that, right?
Yeah.
And then we have Entre Nos and we have Posted.
People still call it this much and more, but
this
it's
much and more.
Yeah.
whatever.
Which is okay because
It's a little tongue twister.
Like, yeah, but I'm really happy that we've added Entre Nos and Posted.
That's cool, man. It's,
Yeah.
I like
'Cause
having
I feel
the 3.
like Posted can bring Roland's side.
It does.
Yeah.
And then Entre Nos brings
People are like,
my
man, you're
side.
serious on this and much more, and then posted as like different type shit.
Because yeah,
Who
we
is
heard
this
that
person?
too.
Who
so
is
it's
this?
Just
Not
like,
much the same guy.
it's this cool. Like, so we really appreciate you guys helping us, you know, create
Yeah.
more with what we have going on. So
We're
I
happy
just-
to be a part of it.
I just want to say
Yeah.
again, thank y'all for sure for picking us and letting us even join y'all journey
Yeah.
to, you know, where this is headed. It's going to a good
I'm
place.
super
It's gonna
excited.
be
Going
Honestly,
Epic.
I'm excited. I can envision us having like Studio 1017, and then all of us having like this much more room. Posted, suite, and
Imagine
demás.
everybody has like their own keys. They just go in and
Damn.
out. Like, hey, I'm gonna go to the
Like, don't
studio
touch
real
me, I'm gonna
quick.
go to the office.
I'm gonna go brainstorm right now.
Yeah, that's what I want. Like, it's gonna happen. It's
Yeah,
gonna happen. So,
you know, we gotta manifest it. So with that being said, guys, we hope y'all enjoyed this episode. It's our only episode that we've had with all our co-hosts. And again, thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow all our stuff.
Remix.
Stuff in the description below. So again, thank
Yes,
you
sir.
for watching.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
Love you guys.
Peace. Much
Bye.
love.
That was a good one. So now we gotta kind of like all take a picture.
Now we
Okay.
gotta all well, Ronnie has this,